Hello, old souls, fellow empaths, seers, and psychonauts. My name is Steph. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. We're going to dive into a body blot today, check in with the aura of all, have a little adventure. So if you'd like to use the timestamps below to pitter-patter, get where you want to go. But we're going to drop some ink, scry, but we've also got some cards here, Shaman's Palm, setting the stage, as well as a bunch of insights that came through as I was sitting down and setting up. And I'll share them with you. Overall, please to receive or release freely. Overall, free will, baby. What will you do with yours? What are you doing with yours? Free the mind as well. Free will and free the mind. Zorro, Hakuna Matata, lift out of the collective, amazing grace, and sacral shock or shocker. So if there's anyone maybe doing, you know, when I said that, now while for IUE, it could be more electric or magnetic or tumbling of rocks. I don't know. There's just a very specific kind of sensation that you're maybe noticing. But the way I saw it in that moment was peeling open an orange and that first like tss of the scent coming out. And I love the smell of oranges. It's like my happy smell. And that's how I saw it. And that was pretty nice. So I'll share that with you. Anywho, before we keep going on here, Hecate Halloween event with myself and Witch and Scythe is coming up very, very soon. If you would like to join us for an evening of insights on Zoom in our Muse of Hecate, link is in the description box and or the comment section. All right. Let's just dive in. Let's go deeper and deeper and deeper. When you're ready, and I'm going to yammer. So in the spirit of the Shaman's Palm here, I want to note there is a sensation of stepping out of the collective. By stepping out and getting this overview, there might be things that light up, people, places, or things, of course, amongst the collective consciousness of all that is. And then you collaborate. But it's almost like being in a crowd of people isn't necessarily conducive, possibly, not saying it is for you, to make a decision. And maybe this is in the sacral energy, root, so wherever it may be for you energetically in your aura, or something that you're contending with or considering. Considering. And then maybe it's the collective of your home, your family, your friends, groups, egregores, whatever the case is, but I'm going to speak to the bigger collective. While it's great to connect, get a feel, it's like seeing Neo in the Matrix walking through all the people, and then was the lady in red or something that walks by, and just step out of it. Take a look and see what you would like to collaborate with. It goes from the many to the few. The many to the few. And not in like a snooty way. It's in a focused way. Like a focus group. And also something about what does dogma do for you? That's hilarious that I'm just hearing it. But that's the way it is. And experiencing your own Eden. Because that might be what other people, places, or things, as they're stepping in and out of the collective, are also looking for. These points of Eden. And then last but not least, coming into grounding it in you. And notice how this alignment in the grounding card, it's all in that one kind of shade or a few shades of blue. So it could be now in the third eye, throat space. This is a, good old-fashioned frequency. Yep, it's good old-fashioned frequency because of the collaboration that is conscious versus being or making decisions in and around from the collective. Just yammering on here. Feels good to kind of do two things at once. But I am going to get ready to fold this Inkblot start our aura adventure. How you do? Lots of dots today. Circles and dots, circles and dots. I'm just about ready if you are, if you're joining me and opening up. Otherwise, utilize the timestamps and they'll get you where you need to go. Because we're not racing and we're not rushing here. It's the experience, the Scrying experience. When you're ready, closing the eyes, taking a nice deep breath. Cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time, thank you for being my muse, and may we all meet a message with meaning. If you want to take that in, you're also welcome to take a screenshot to scry in your own time. Personal use only. Thank you. Okay. I have no goggles today. They're all downstairs. I can actually see where all of them are. Take it in. Oh, hearing that song. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. All right. So down here in the root system. There is something about knees. And it's almost like I'm watching parrots or a cardinal bird. You might be a cardinal sign. Cardinal might resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. But there's definitely something about the root red, and not only in the space of the energy explorer that we're hearing, but I feel like it's a person. It's a person, and it's lifting me up at the leg space. Like even my posture changed there. It's like by shifting something, maybe the weight in the feet, if we needed a physical example. The output is actually more so noticed above. It's like by, I don't want to say fixing, but it's kind of in that air, fixing the feet and the roots. Inherently, everything else kind of stacks on top a little bit taller, maybe broader, maybe wider. But it was like, yeah, if that makes sense. So there could be an energy about input and output, and where and how free our minds, free will, free our minds. How are we associating? Is the input from, say, the collective, if you're, tuned in and sensitive to the collective, and maybe we have a little bit of guilt sometimes, or there's some hesitancy in unplugging from the collective, or stepping aside from it. But going in, there's absolute value to it, of course. But then stepping out, not having this guilt, and going, okay, this has the feel to receive inspiration, yes, from the collective. But what draws in the input is more a collaborative space by being outside of it, and then collaborating for output. And then what are we viewing as output? Do we give this output more power to determine, is this value? Okay, so as soon as I'm saying, and I'm probably butchering this, and thank you for being here if you're with me, but we're going to get through the words. Again, it's an experience. We explore, we enjoy, we expand. So now I'm seeing whatever the output is, right? So say maybe do something. You make something, you build something, you ask for something. And it's out of me. But now I'm waiting for the output to determine its meaning. My meaning, IUE me. And in this moment, I'm having this curious conversation with this collaboration of input-output. Because I'm like, oh, am I waiting for that something to give meaning? The bird box that I've built to tell me, show me that I'm good or not good, what my progression is, decompression. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a curious conversation. I'm never looking for a definitive conclusion, but I'm just having the experience here. But interestingly enough, it then becomes input. So then I'm very conscious in this moment of my output, and the contemplations around that becomes my input. Okay. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. With Zorro coming through in the prescribed insights here, it's almost like the subconscious, subcon slice and dice, and imagining, at least for me in this moment, seeing these cardinals come in and slicing those input-output connections, almost like a string cheese to clarify or take it piece by piece. And I don't know the proper words to say this, so I'm going to do my best. It's like seeing a bird eat worms or gnats or a slug or something off of a tree. Like this, as it's like climbing up, or maybe whatever kind of bird would eat some sort of grubs. And these are off the legs and the knees. And maybe those are areas that you're working through. There's energy that you're cleansing, or there is a collective energy there that's yours from experiences, traumas, triggers, history, memories. And I feel like I'm like moving them a little bit more to almost like have a little, I'm seeing Johnny Cash, and Heavens and Hot Dogs, the duet of them. And it's dancing in that area. How a duet sometimes through the singing and the octaves and the tones can help appreciate the higher octaves if they're a little screechy or very high pitched. And having a deeper tone can balance it to receive it. It's like having a drum with wind chimes or a flute. And that's why they're so harmonious. I hope this is making sense somewhere along the lines. I feel like it is, if I'm being honest with you, but it's definitely cardinal energy and the Zorro subcon slice and dice. I want to come back to free your mind and the free will. I want to take steps in certain directions. And when we see things light up in the collective consciousness or considerations, we're not in it. It's like you can't even see a blind spot. No, it's not a blind spot. Yes, in some cases, first, we might refer to it as a blind spot. Okay. But here and now, I'm not seeing it as a blind spot. I'm seeing it as an illumination, which inherently, I suppose, could wander to the blind spot. But say you're a candle. I'm a candle. And, there's beautiful flamage up there. And you, we might have sensations of this. Okay, so I'm hearing the song, maybe from the Cranberries, possibly titled Zombies. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie. Free your mind, free will. The way I just heard that, and there was an action to it, was, if you will, free your mind. Maybe this is something you, I, you, we, me, are working with, while being maybe an illuminator or a lumineer. I'll bring it back down. I feel like it's rude when I say that. A lumineer. And it's up in here. These are like grubs around the knee space. Knees and legs. Even like calves to not quite the upper thigh yet. I'm seeing somebody still in that root space thinking, and not in a suspicious way, like, more in like a, And then back to if I did or didn't mention out loud Neo in the Matrixy movie, and then the lady in red walks by. And some things can be a distraction. And I'm back in the, excuse me, I'm back in the blind spot, illumineer. Distraction, is it divine or damaging? And then I'm also back to the building a birdhouse or something, and I've outputted something, waiting for input to tell me the value, or to tell me, IUE me, of course, the meaning. But you are the meaning. You birthed it. For you. But an onlooker or observer walking past said birdhouse, seeing it in your yard or wherever the case is, they are now seeing it. It's in their collective consciousness to view, observe, input, and have freedom and free will for them to come to an output. Oh, it's ugly, it's pretty, it's, oh my goodness, I can appreciate the birdhouse, but if I would have painted it, it would have been blue versus red. But maybe they are never going to make their own birdhouse. So not defining it, but relatively, if they were to communicate and you were to hear that output as your input, it's indifferent. If they were going to, that's a wonderful contemplation for them. And if they decide to go and build a birdhouse that's red or blue or whatever the case is, great. And maybe they never will. It really has nothing to do with you. Their input has nothing to do with your value. Does this make sense somewhere? Because I feel like I am all sorts of input, output, and I'm trying to spend enough time as it's like flipping on me in all of these different perception points. And I'm just as Steph, I want to appreciate that point of view, because I appreciate IUE me. You appreciate the person walking past your house, looking at your nice lawn or your color you painted your house, your presentation of you, a part of you anyway. And I don't think it's it's like it can just be appreciated, but I'm free from X, Y, and Z. So maybe there's something here in this area anyway, roots, earth chakra roots to sacral to solar plexus as the illumineer. That says, yeah, I appreciate you. But the Eden of the energy expression, that power remains with you. And whatever traumas or triggers that we have there, you can feel them, appreciate them, be mad at them, whatever the case is. Disappointment, regrets, shame. and say, I feel you. You know, that whatever knees might represent to you, a surrendering, a crawling. And then I kind of, in this instance, it's back to that ground thing where I, maybe grab your arm, or you grab my arm and say, I will help you stand up. And then I'm back to that, okay, I'm standing. And everything else comes, like, rolls out. I'm like, okay. Here we are. I'm going to keep going. We'll add on a few cards. Grounding is here on the top. Something about... I say this kindly, as an awareness. If it's not yours, thank you for holding space. Leaking light from the hands or fingertips. Okay, so actually, no, I'm going to say hands. So something about leaking light from the hands. And if maybe you want to place that, if there's any sort of leaks on certain areas of the body, to use it, at least if there's a hole in your bucket, might as well put it over your head and use it as a shower to clean and rinse your hair, and then not use that bucket for anything else but that. You get the example. For others, it's not so much leaking, but it's in the same area, and something about creating with the hands, if we've talked about with the birdhouses. Maybe you're also building a house, or something about your house and your home, and it's out of your fingertips. And while the matrix has come up already a few times, so I'll follow that line, but and it's easy and I love it, but it's not something I delve into in its just personally as an answer or reveal myself. Anywho, you might be typing, coding, writing, something with the fingertips. Maybe you knit, crochet, just something very fingertip oriented. Back in the day, it was typing class, secretary. We would do the maneuvering, pushing, da. Yes. And it's filled with light at your fingertips. Let there be light. And then seeing that God picture, if you just boop, straightened out the finger, just like the roots, straighten out the legs, not locking the legs, not hyperextending the legs, the roots, the fingers, your dancing sticks, your earth sticks, boop, straighten out, and then it creates the connection. Batman. Bat cave. And there's like a bat elevator in there. This all has the feeling of Eden energetically, less the conceptual word of any religious context or whatnot. Nirvana, call it what you will. But this is emotional energy. How do I want to say that? Oh, white feather? Somebody might have a spirit guide, white feather, or something along the lines of a white feather. Here's the interesting thing as I'm stepping into this. There's a large, dark energy here. But the eye sockets or eye spaces light up closer to white light, but it's actually got like a haze of purple around it. And I was talking about the matrixy thing, yes. And see how this being, this face, this head has something like plugged in, like maybe a respirator as well. If you've had somebody in the afterlife, that might be a clue or a key for you that they're stepping forward. But it's like being plugged in. Amazing grace. Okay, now I'm in a floating device. And I'm floating, like if the Batman symbol here or the bat symbol, those pens were just by turning it. Gravity, the bubble lifts up and I'm at the surface here. Oh, there's many horned unicorns. It's like, imagine if a stegosaurus, is it the stegosaurus with all the plates on the back? It's like close to a unicorn, many horned unicorn. Now make that unicorn closer to a dragon. So I've got stegosaurus, unicorn, dragon, energy. What came out here? Inspiration and soul guidance. Again, the sun, sunrise, sunset, it's all up in these cards here till I get to grounding. And when I get to the grounding, it's like my third eye and my crown. Third eye, throat. But it's like it emanates from the crown, but I'm not seeing it as the crown energy in the aura space. And it comes in, it's like this blue. It feels like this card, soul guidance. It feels like an experience of emotional, energetic Eden. Like love. It's like electric love. Is that Hakuna Matata? Electric Hakuna Matata. And then wheels of light come in here. And what's fascinating about even with the wheels of light, because we also have here the grounding. Standing, sitting. You see the roots on the bottom of that grounding card? And we had it came in somewhere. I think it was on the bottom of that. Brass knuckles for ears, but they are coated. And they are coated with some powder coating like you would something that you're going to put outside, like to make it galvanized. Yeah. This unicorn stegosaurus thing, there's a heart right in here. It's almost like a butterfly on my nose, but there's some energy of it that is pointing. All right, well, let's grab a card and see what it's pointing to. And then I'm going to let you go. I'm going to head on over to the flip side and we're going to turn this and flip it hangman style. If you're part of the second or third tier of the Secret Society, push, whoosh, thank you for being you. Let's take a look. What is it pointing to? The Queen of Wands. Is she pointing to? No, preparedness. Preparedness. All right. We're going to take this like Batman and Zorro, the slice and dice. They're prepared. You know, they don't have everything. Maybe say their readiness is a resonance that has so much unknown in it. But in and of themselves, as characters, they're outside of the collective, but they go into the collective to help, to support, to do whatever the case is, but they step out. And hearing with brass knuckles kind of being not defensive, but galvanized for different weather systems. All right, I'm going to see you on the flip side. I hope this would serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. And until next time, so much love, old souls. Bye. Oh, let's grab an Easter egg card. How you doing? I didn't mean to do that. Lovers. Yeah. Lovers is our bridge card. See you on the flip side.